Welcome students to another class of botany. In the previous classes we have discussed about general characteristics of virus. We have discussed a little about the structure also. Today we will discuss in detail about the structure. Here viruses, they are called as nucleoproteins. They are called as nucleoproteins. They act as obligate parasites, and here we have even discussed the sizes of in what size they are found. Here coming to the structures, all viruses are basically made up of two components. All viruses are basically made up of two components. The first one is the core of nucleic acid. That is, the first component of virus is the nucleic acid, that is called as the genome, genetic material. That nucleic acid is the genetic material. So the first basic component of virus is the nucleic acid, or it is also called as the genome. And the second component is the capsid. The second component is the capsid. It is a cover around the genetic material. Capsid is a cover around the genetic material, and that capsid is made up of protein. It is a coat. It is a coat like structure surrounding the nuclear material or the genome, and that coat or the surrounding structure is made up of proteins. That coat or the surrounding structure or the structure which surrounds the genetic material, that is called as the capsid. For example, if this is the genetic material, surrounding the genetic material will be a coat will be there, or cover will be there. This cover is called as capsid, and this is the genetic material. So all viruses basically are composed of two components. One is the core of nucleic acid, that is genome, and the second one is a protein coat which is called as capsid. Capsid, what is the function of capsid? It gives shape to virus. This gives shape to the virus. Whatever is the shape of the protein coat, that is the shape of the virus. So this capsid gives shape to the virus, and along with giving the shape, it also provides protective covering for genome. Without this that is capsid, genome will not be, it is not safe. So here it is giving the shape. The capsid gives the shape to the virus, and along with giving the shape, it also helps in protecting the genome of the virus, that is the genetic material of the virus. This capsid is made up of protein subunits. This capsid is made up of protein subunits which are called as capsomeres. The capsid or the protein coat is made up of many small units of proteins. Those small units of protein, subunits of proteins, they are called as capsomeres. They are called as capsomeres. And here number of capsomere is the characteristic of a virus. Number of capsomeres is the characteristic of virus. So each virus will have different number of capsomeres. Each virus will have different number of capsomeres. And virus contains its genetic information in either double-stranded DNA or single-stranded DNA. That is, the genome, the genetic material or the genome is in the form of single-stranded DNA or double-stranded DNA. In most of the viruses, the genome is either the double-stranded DNA or the single-stranded DNA. And the virus which infects the plants, viruses, they are infectious particles. They cause infection. So in plants, the virus which infects the plants, they have DSR, that is single stranded RNA. The viruses which infects plants, they have single stranded RNA as the genetic material, and the virus which infects animals, they have double stranded DNA. The virus which infects the plants, which lives inside the body, inside the cells of the plants, that virus have single stranded RNA as the genetic material. I repeat, the plants which the virus which infects the plants, they will be having single stranded RNA as the genetic material, and the virus which infects animals, they have double stranded DNA as the genetic material. So basically the structure of virus consists of two parts. One is the genetic material, the genomic part, and the other is the surrounding protective coat, that is the capsid. Okay, so two components, genetic material and the capsid. Each capsid is made up of small protein subunits called as capsomeres, and that is the genetic material can be in the form of double stranded DNA, single stranded DNA, or single stranded RNA. So it can either have single stranded DNA, that is the virus can have the genetic material or the genome as single stranded DNA, or double stranded DNA, or single stranded RNA. Out of these, one will be present in each virus. One will be present in each virus. Coming to the structure of tobacco mosaic virus, TMV, that is tobacco mosaic virus, the first discovered virus. We will study the structure of the first discovered virus, that is tobacco mosaic virus, which is abbreviated as TMV. Okay, so this is the structure of the TMV virus. So it is 300 nanometers long. The length of the tobacco mosaic virus is 300 nanometers, and it is 18 millimeters in diameter, nanometers in diameter. 300 nanometer in length and 18 nanometer in diameter. So molecular weight of tobacco mosaic virus is 39 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons. You have to remember this, memorize this. The length is 300 nanometers, the diameter is 18 nanometers, and the molecular weight is 39 into 10 to the power of 6 Daltons. Now, I said you capsid is a protein cover. This capsid is made up of small subunits called as capsomeres. So, how many capsomeres they have? 2130 capsomeres are present in the capsid. The capsid which is present in tobacco mosaic virus, it is made up of 2130 capsomeres. This one. Now, these capsomeres are arranged in helical manner. Helical means coiled manner. The capsomeres are arranged in helical manner around a central. So, for example, this is the central hollow space. This is the central hollow space. So, that is around the central hollow space, capsomeres are present. Capsomeres are in a coiled manner. Capsomeres are present in coiled or helical manner, and this hollow space is 4 nanometers, that is 40 angstroms. The hollow space, around the hollow space, the capsomeres are arranged in helical manner. So, that space, how much space is there? It is 4 nanometers, that is around 40 angstroms. It is around 40 angstroms or 4 nanometers, the hollow space. Okay. And here we have this genetic material, core of genetic material. Then we have around this hollow space small capsomere units are present. Small capsomere units are present. So, this is one capsomere. This is one capsomere. These are the capsomeres. These are the capsomeres. Okay, they are arranged helically, and like this, how many will have? 2130 capsomere units will be present. So this whole, this is one capsomere, this is one capsomere, this is one capsomere. So whole this together is called as capsid. The whole capsomere together constitute the capsid. Single is capsomere, and all capsomeres together makes the capsid. This is the genome. This is the genome, that is core of nucleic acid, and around the nucleic acid protein coat is present, that is called as capsid. So this is the structure of tobacco mosaic virus. So how many capsomeres they have? 2130 capsomeres. I said you capsomeres are the unique characteristic of each virus. So this virus has 2130 capsomeres. It has 2130 capsomeres. So the capsomeres are arranged in helical manner around a central hollow space of 4 nanometers, which is equal to 40 angstroms. Now each capsomere is having is made up of amino acids, because proteins, capsomere is a small subunit of proteins, and those subproteins will be made up of amino acids. Amino acids will be joined together in a peptide chain making a protein. So here each capsomere is made up of single polypeptide chain which possesses 158 amino acid. Capsid, this whole capsid is made up of small capsomeres, and each single capsomere of this capsid has 158 amino acids. 158 amino acids joined by a single polypeptide chain. Now inside the protein capsid there is single stranded RNA. Inside that is single stranded RNA is present inside the protein capsid, and that single stranded RNA has 6500 nucleotides. 6500 nucleotides. We all know nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA are made up of nucleotides. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, these are the nucleotides. These nucleotides join. In RNA we have, instead of thymine we have uracil. So these will join and form the nucleic acid. So how many nucleotides are there? 6500 nucleotides are present in the single stranded RNA of TMV virus. So now the tobacco mosaic virus is having which type of genome? Single stranded RNA is the genome, genetic material of tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic virus, it is 300 nanometers long, 18 nanometers in diameter, and the molecular weight is 39 into 10 to the power of 6 Dalton. Here capsid is made up of 2130 capsomeres, and each capsomere is made up of 158 amino acids. So inside the amino acid, this genome, the genome is present. This genome is single stranded RNA, and this single stranded RNA is made up of, is having how many nucleotides? 6500 nucleotides are present. So this was the structure of the first discovered virus, that is tobacco mosaic virus. This tobacco mosaic virus infects the tobacco plant and causes a disease called as tobacco mosaic disease in the leaves of tobacco plants. Now coming to this bacteriophage. What are bacteriophages? Bacteriophages are the viruses which can even infect bacteria. Bacteria is the smallest living organism. Bacteria is the smallest living cell. So that smallest cell can also be infected by the virus, and the virus which infects bacteria, that is called as bacteriophage. bacteriophage. Bacteriophage is also one type of virus. It is also one type of virus which infects bacteria. Which infects bacteria. We all know virus can infect plants, virus can infect animals, virus can infect even bacteria also. So, the virus which infects bacteria, such viruses are called as bacteriophages. So, example of bacteriophage is T4 bacteriophage. T4 bacteriophage is the example of T4 phage is the example of bacteriophage. So, this T4 phage resembles a tadpole. Example of a bacteriophage is T4 virus, that is T4 bacteriophage, and the T4 bacteriophage, it resembles to that of a tadpole. It resembles to that of tadpole. So, like tadpole has head and a tail. Tadpole has head and a tail. In the similar manner, this T4 bacteriophage, it will also have a head. This is a head and this is the tail. Like tadpole, the bacteriophage also has a head and a tail. Okay. And this head and tail is joined together by a collar. In between this head and the tail, a small attachment is there which is called as collar. In between head and tail, a small attachment is there which is called as collar. So, this head is nothing but a protein coat. This head is nothing but protein coat, and inside this protein coat we have this genetic material. Inside the protein coat we have the genetic material. What sort of genetic material they will have? They generally have double-stranded DNA. They have double-stranded DNA. Animals also, the virus which infects animals also, they have double-stranded DNA, and even this bacteriophage also, generally the bacteriophages also have double-stranded DNA. Now, this one. Inside this head, the body is distinguished into head and tail. In this head is covered, that is the outside of the head, or it is made up of capsid, and inside this capsid genetic material will be present, that is double stranded DNA is the genetic material which is present inside the head. Then we have this connection between head and tail, that is called as the collar, and this tail is there. At the base of the tail we have a base plate. At the end of the tail we have a base plate, this black color, this is the base plate, and we have at the end of this base plate we have pins. These pins will help in attachment of the bacteriophage to the bacterial cell. Okay, and these are the tail fibers. So, head, then collar, then tail, then we have this tail fibers attached to this base plate, and we have this tail pins. So, this is the structure of bacteriophage. So, it is a complex virus. Bacteriophage is a complex virus. Why it is called as complex virus? Because it has two symmetries. That is, it shows polyhedral symmetry and it also shows helical symmetry. The head is of polyhedral shape. That is, the head shows polyhedral symmetry. That is, it has many faces. The head shows polyhedral symmetry and this tail shows helical symmetry. See this one. The tail shows helical symmetry and this head shows polyhedral symmetry. So, in one bacteriophage we have two symmetries. That is why this bacteriophage is called as complex virus. That is, it has two symmetries. Head is made up of polyhedral, head shows polyhedral symmetry, tail shows helical symmetry. So I already said you these are viruses that can even infect the bacteria. Inside the head we find double stranded DNA. Tail region includes a base, that is this base plate is there, tail pins is there and tail fibers are there. What is the work of this tail pins? For example, this is a bacterial cell, this bacteriophage will have infect na at the time of infection. So this tail pins will help in absorption of the tail pins will help in absorption of the bacteriophage to the cell wall, attaching of the bacteriophage or the tail to the cell wall of bacteria. This is bacteria, bacterial cell, and this is bacteriophage. Attachment of this bacteriophage to this bacterial cell is because of this tail pins, is because of the tail pins. It helps in injecting its in it. Now tail region includes a sheath. Here this one, it includes a sheath. On the tail, sheath is present and tail pins are present, tail fibers are present. Already said you tail pins and tail fibers helps in attachment of the bacteriophage to the cell. Now this sheath, coming to this sheath aids in transferring the genetic material from virus to bacterial cell. Here sheath is present na, a sheath is present. So this sheath contracts, and enters the, because from this sheath na, that this is the DNA of virus. So from here the DNA enters into the bacteria. So this tail sheath helps in transferring of genetic material from virus to bacteria. So this was about the structure of viruses. We have seen the general structure and we have even seen the structure of tobacco mosaic virus in detail, and we have even seen the structure of a bacteriophage. In the next class, we will study how viruses multiplicates, how multiplication takes place in the virus.